Hello, friend. All right. So recently I was needing some help and I pondered this idea of just imagining a world without competition, a world where we're all working in collaboration with each other. It sounds like a lot to ask, and I'm not saying that competition is a bad thing. In fact, it can make us better. We'll talk about that in a moment. So I was reflecting on when I went to coach training in January of 2022. I was feeling all sorts of things, excitement. Simply by being on the train to New York, it reminded me of my old life when I was a road warrior. And it's exciting taking the train to New York, at least for me. Anticipation because I'd wanted this for so long and I was finally doing it, and a bit of anxiety because the pre-work went really deep and I was feeling like, what am I going to do in a room for 3 days from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.? And when I arrived, I looked around the room and it was just sort of awkward. You could kind of tell everyone was feeling the same thing. And then I had a moment where I said, there's like 35 to 40 people in here. All these people want to be coaches? Like, shit, that's a lot of coaches. And knowing that IPEC, where I did my training, does several trainings throughout the year, both virtually and in person, I know now that's a good thing. Coaches are amazing people. We need more coaches in the world. So fast forward, I have been working with my friend Missy, who is the owner of Just Breathe Salt Room in Westboro, Massachusetts, which is one of my happy places. And she asked me to do a workshop, which I'm doing in December. And I am super excited about this. But I'm feeling a little bit of imposter syndrome. I have attended so many workshops at Just Breathe, and to flip it around to be leading one, I'm feeling a little bit, I know I have all the parts. I know I have the talent, but I'm feeling like a little bit like, oh, am I ready for this? So I reached out, not just to my cohort that I completed training with, but to the wider IPEC community to see if I could just get some help and bounce some ideas off of someone. And I had two people answer the call, people who don't know me, but what we share in common is that we're IPEC coaches. And I was able to meet Kelly, who you can read about in the post. Kelly's a coach and a yoga teacher, and she's doing some amazing things in the Houston, Texas area. And then I also met Adrian, who has a similar background to me, and is doing some really great things in the leadership and corporate space. And he's based out in Oregon and has a really cute puppy as well, who I got to meet. And both of these people answered the call to help me out. I don't know them, I do now. And I am just immensely grateful. So it really got me thinking about this idea of just how we can work in collaboration with each other without being competitive. And again, I don't say that competition is bad. In fact, it can make us better people. Being surrounded by brilliant coaches makes me want to be better. When I was a musician years ago, the competition of it resulted in me practicing more to be better. At some point, the competition became very toxic, and I've experienced this in the corporate world as well, where it just kind of turned me off and shut me down and I walked away from it. So think about that the next time you're in a competitive situation at work or with another business owner or whatever's present for your world. And I just want to offer that if you have any interest in becoming a coach, talk to me. I will answer your questions honestly, because it's not all sunshine and rainbows. It is amazing, but it is hard work. And I'm also an ambassador for IPEC, so I can offer discounts and special promotions. So that's great. Who doesn't like to save money? So that is it. If you would like to reach out, please do, and I can talk to you more about IPEX programs. And just think about, like, what would it be like to be more of a collaborator than a competitor? So see you next time. Subscribe for more ideas from my brain. And read the blog post if you want more. Thanks for listening.